The moment that you get in touch with sexual trauma, but you do it in a light way, in a playful way, and most of all in a physical, in a somatic way, the whole thing becomes so much easier. So yes, all of us are burdened with the layers of sexual trauma on the individual level and on the collective level of the whole society, but we are also designed for fully digesting it. We are designed for setting the self-healing dynamics into motion. So it's very important that we do not overcomplicate things. And when it comes to sexual trauma, we tend to, to wait for the special occasion or for the perfect circumstances, for the perfect therapeutic setup in order to start our healing journey. And my huge first invitation, or let's say the first huge inspiration that I want to get across in this workshop is make your sexual healing journey an everyday business for 5 minutes. It's as simple as that. Every morning after your, I don't know, morning meditation, your coffee, brushing your teeth. I have no idea what you're doing in the morning as a morning practice. Every morning after your morning practice, 5 minutes with your favorite song on Spotify. You are shaking, you are trembling, as if you would be coming from a kind of stressed out culture around sexuality. And you are just connecting to one layer, to one belief system, to one sexual self image that you learned over time that isn't fully nice, that isn't fully true, that isn't fully loving with yourself, and you still hold on to it. You connect to it and you allow your whole body vibration to digest and transform it in a physical way. It's as simple as that. For the very last minutes, you lift your arms above your head, you are jumping up and down, you are cheering yourself on, you are your first fan, your biggest cheerleader, you're giving yourself a hug, and then you are starting into your day. And you feel liberated, it's fun, and yes, it is a step of sexual healing. Because eventually we won't heal sexually as long as we believe in sexuality being defined the way we define it in our culture. To me, sexuality is an expression and is a sense of aliveness that's present simply everywhere. So, sexual trauma healing for me is about losing the fear of being alive. Sexual trauma healing is finding a whole body yes to this existence, to this incarnation. And this is pleasure. And this is orgasmic. And it is potentially orgasmic in simply every situation. So that is our future definition, or the definition of sexuality that we are growing into. So your sexual trauma healing practice is something that immerses every aspect of your life, every aspect of your everyday business into sensation, into sensitivity, and into more pleasure. Does that make sense so far? We are not healing within the small containers of our current concepts. We are healing from them. We are transforming them while we are transforming our own nervous system. And the beautiful thing is that sexual trauma healing is not about learning something, it's about remembering something. It's about revealing something to yourself that was kept underneath layers of shame or confusion or belief systems. So it's truly it's a big, I mean, sexual trauma healing, it's such a workout on so many levels, yes, but eventually it's one giant act of surrender. It's one huge exhale. It's one big relief because it is being allowed to forget all of those layers of being wrong, being dirty, being guilty, being too much, not being enough. It's one big falling. It's you allow yourself to sink back into the arms of existence itself. As sex, having created us, it's about wanting existence itself to exist. Does it make sense? Also, I think another layer that becomes somehow palpable when we talk about it like this is the pace of sexual trauma healing. We already covered this aspect of doing it every day for 5 minutes. Something like whole body vibration, 5 minutes, hugging yourself, starting into your day. That's high speed sexual trauma healing. At the same time, it's something soft and it feels slow. When you relate to how I talk right now, it feels slow. It's dense in the content, but it's not pushy. It's not high speed. It's not stressed out. This is a pace. This is a rhythm. This is a possible frequency for sexual trauma healing. We tend to associate with sexual trauma healing something that is like a positive overwhelm, in like comparable to the negative overwhelm of the trauma in the first place. But sexual trauma healing is not any overwhelm at all. Sexual trauma healing is about, it's about the waves. It's about softness. It's almost like going on a walk. This is the best pace when it comes to trauma healing in general. Don't wait for one big breakthrough. Don't wait for the perfect setup. Don't wait even for anybody being there for you and knowing exactly where to go and what to do. Just start with this very simple, super potent practice of embracing your life force and reinforcing your life force and your full body yes to existence in every morning. That's the most powerful practice. And I could even say the most powerful prayer that I ever found, that I ever prayed. And all of us doing that, and that's maybe the last general thing that I want to mention around sexual trauma healing. Sex connects us as humans more than anything else. So the moment that you dedicate 5 minutes of your morning practice to sexual trauma healing, just know that you are doing it for my own healing path as well. You are doing it for everybody around you as well. There is no person in Western societies not being burdened with some layer of sexual trauma. Even by imitating ideas from Hollywood and porn. Even this is traumatic for so many nervous systems. So you remembering your own innate erotic essence is something that is like, it has a ripple effect that you won't be able to hinder from happening. And it will affect all those nervous systems around you. In other words, sexual trauma healing is not a private hobby. And it's not something selfish. It's something that has a global impact. I could even say it's something like a collective duty, because so many living beings will benefit from your transformed radiance when it comes to trauma and when it comes to sexuality.
Thank you for your interest in topics like these. If you want to go deeper, I have a very special invitation for you. Once a month, I gather humans from all over the globe online. It's completely free. It's a so-called shaking event. And you can think about a shaking event as a very physical workout of energetic fitness. And at the same time, it's an energetic donation to collective transformation and trauma healing. You find the link down below. You can sign up completely for free, and you are welcome to join me and all of us.